cruising with guns, but my friends laughing, raise her on the roof of my tongue. If there is static, see what money make you become. Be a true savage, money double up.
Yo, you're now tuned into the I Hate Battle Rap podcast, featuring Custom Made Menace and Dutch KIB. Sucker.
What's going on, folks? Your boy Dutch KIB Kid, but don't you keep it a buck?
And it's your boy Custom Made Menace. We are back. I Hate Battle Rap podcast. I hate battle rap.
Let's hit the horns, please. And we have a special we have a special guest in the building. My homegirl, NIKKI Knowledge. NIKKI, say what's up to the people.
Hey everybody.
God damn, you're loud.
How y'all doing? I am so not loud.
You are obnoxiously loud. Oh my goodness. Woo.
Whatever.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, so we also got Big Low in the building. I don't know if she wants to unmute herself, but I think she's just listening in the cut. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Low, Detroit's finest in the building. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate her. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe to her YouTube. You know, she may want to post it somewhere in here in the chat. But all right, so everybody, how was y'all weekend? Let's get into that first.
Just getting started.
We haven't reached the weekend, bro. This is what happens when you do a show on a different day than what
Oh my god. Yeah. All right, cool. So how was y'all week so far? How about that?
Work,
Stressful.
nigga, that's it.
All right, so fuck it. All right, let's
We ready for the weekend. Let's get it.
yeah, we ready for the weekend. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, Halloween's coming up. Y'all got plans for Halloween or whatever?
Yo,
Damn it.
Cuban?
Cuban's in the building. Matter of fact, let's get
oh shit, it worked.
Yeah, dog.
Oh my bad. My bad. I've been wilding. I've been wilding on mute for like 3 minutes. I was trying to answer the weekend shit and all that. My fault. I didn't know you had the server unmute. I don't do all this Discord shit, man.
I know, man. You're like an old soul. You don't use technology. You just, you know what I'm saying?
Nerd shit. Let's call it what it is. Don't make it seem like I'm the one that's out of tune. You just super in tune for the future. That's what's going on.
For the future.
For the future. Oh man. All right, so let's just get it started, man. You already know the voice. My guy Cuban's on the check-in. He's on the line right now. What's going on, Q?
Nothing much, you know. I'm out here. I'm shopping. Feel me? I'm shopping.
Shopping.
Getting ready for this. Yeah, I'm getting ready for this.
Shopping for costumes for the kids or Cuban, you there?
He on the mall service.
Oh man, he got the Walmart Wi-Fi going on. Q, can you hear us? Q, we're gonna have to get Q a Wi-Fi booster or something. Q,
my shit was going crazy.
Yeah, son, you mean I need to find somebody with a hotspot, bro?
Oh no, I connected to the Wi-Fi. That's when it messed up. So I'm gonna just stay off the Wi-Fi.
Okay, cool. All right, Q. So you there now? We good now? We good?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I can hear you the whole time. You just couldn't hear me respond.
All right, cool. All right, Q. So what's good, man? Survivor Series Maryland.
Yeah.
You're battling. You know the vibes, man. Talk about it, man. Squeako.
Lucky me, right?
Lucky you, bro.
Me, right?
Lucky you. We hate battle rap, and let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Squeako had he's not on social media like that. But I will say I do like some of his performances so far. I did like this Moon battle, and I like the Swamp battle. You know what I'm saying? So, go ahead. Go ahead.
Now Squeako's actually see, this is the reason this is a sad battle. Because Squeako's actually a formidable opponent, but nobody thinks he is. So it's just like it's like all risk with none of the like reward or hype behind it. You feel me?
And why do you feel that people feel that he's not a formidable opponent? Because he's actually kind of dope. If you really, you know what I'm saying, if you watch the like I don't know what it is, but I feel like there's a relation, a weird thing with the fans and supporters nowadays, where it's like people pick and choose the type of talk, battlers. You know what I'm saying? That those battlers that talk. It's like they pick and
Talking about the shit
choose.
that they want to relate to, even if they don't be living that shit.
Exactly. And I feel like Squeako is one of those dudes that talk that talk. I really am entertained by what he says, but it's like a lot of other people don't feel like how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's weird. It's weird. I don't
I mean,
know.
it's all about popularity and promotion. Think about his drop schedule. He had the good battle with him and Riggs in the PGs. I feel like he probably won that battle too. Then he 30 Swamp. Swamp wasn't very prepared and all of that. But they vaulted it. That vault hurt because then you didn't see him from his first PG again until the Moon battle dropped, and then he ain't had nothing drop on URL since then. So it's really just like the fans really not familiar with him or don't know who he is. That Swamp battle would have changed a lot of things, but you know how it is in the PGs when people not prepared. That's normal for the battle not to come out, so it's not a big deal. But URL ain't been utilizing them properly, I guess. They need to put him out in front of more people because he ain't lost a battle or a round debatably. He got like 2 wins so far on URL, I think.
That's true. If this was, I would say, if last year was this year, then that battle would have dropped probably because they are dropping battles left and right on that YouTube channel, and they finally listen to the people, and they want, because the people want, to get these guys out there, the people that are the tastemakers in the culture. If you're not, it doesn't make sense to put them on the YouTube. I mean, pardon me, the URL app, because you have people that, premium subscribers that want to see just big names. So it's like, okay, you have this leftover channel that has 1 million subscribers. So why not just utilize it for the new talent to get them out there? You feel what I'm saying? So if this was last year, Squeako would have been in a good company, but unfortunately, that's not the case.
I mean, he's still good. I mean, at the end of the day, it don't really matter. In the PGs, it's not about the drops. He made the roster. I mean, like he made the initial cut. He's on the roster, battling in front of Smack, getting paid to rap. You feel me? So he's still in the same position he was gonna end up in anyway. His general popularity doesn't. I think that's a mistake that fans make. Popularity doesn't reflect success. You know what I mean? Like just because you see somebody being promoted or you see people talking about them for whatever reason, they got hype or they have fans or URL may think they're a commodity, that doesn't mean they're successful. You know what I mean? A lot of popular niggas lose and can't rap. I think people forget that. A lot of popular niggas aren't good. It's like, think about it all. Like, Uno Lavos is pretty fucking popular, and I think he's terrible. You see what I'm saying? He's not good. He's not popular for positive things, in my opinion. But that's a popular guy. That don't mean anything. So I think fans forget that. Squeako's still in a good spot.
He is, but it's not, like you said, it's not. It's a combination of things. I feel like popularity does have to do something with it, but you become popular because of, I guess, the performances and the work you put in. You know what I'm saying? In addition to doing it around the right people, it's like it has to be the perfect storm. Pardon me, it has to be the perfect storm at times. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like some battlers don't get that, some do. It's really.
It's crazy you bring this up because I was actually I was just having this debate with Spanish Harlem, so we was talking some real
Spanish
some real
Harlem.
like
that's the worst person to have a debate with.
Should
never be over.
He talks in riddles, level. Man.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I know the language. I'm from the area. I know the language.
Okay.
I, but I had a. It's funny you say that because I actually have an interesting take on the same topic, as far as the opportunities people get on URL and how do they utilize them. Because I seen champion that there's no politics in battle rap, which we obviously know is complete bullshit. But he's not lying. In certain instances, there aren't politics in battle rap.
Mm-hmm.
People just don't. People just don't live in reality. In reality, you not getting the battle that you think you deserve isn't politics. You just might not be the person that you think you are. You know what I'm saying? It's like Big T. You used to be, the face of, you was one of the first stars on URL. You don't necessarily have the same stock that you had back then, so they don't give you certain battles. That's not necessarily politics. You know what I mean? So,
I made a point.
but they definitely exist. But
It
in the instance in which he was talking about, they don't. But we all know in other instances they do.
They do, but I was talking about this last show how sometimes said battler, right, goes against other said
Yeah.
battler, and other said battler, let's just say the whoever Solar System Samuel has an amazing performance, and you just happen to do good. Solar System Samuel moves on to the next card, and just because you did good in your mind and your people say you did good, you feel like you should be moving on with Solar System Samuel, but sometimes that's not the case, and your stock just kind of stays where it is, and then you got guys that's coming out the PGs or in the PGs that have just as much momentum and heat as you. You know what I'm saying? And they try to offer you them, and you decline it because you feel that you're in that category with Solar System Samuel. And you probably are in the same class, but in reality, you didn't have the performances that kind of equal up to where Solar System Samuel is right now. And you have like
But
that
but
weird. Go
Yo,
ahead.
that
you know what
name is
that is
fucking
though? You know
hilarious,
who
bro. I
that
can't.
you know what that is though? You know what that is though? That's not the battler's fault. This is where transparency and battle rap needs to improve. Cause most of the issues in battle rap is because people just don't want to be transparent. If you would make it clear to fucking Solar System Samuel, hey, listen, man, this is where you're at, and this is what we're willing to do. Like, listen, like, hey, you had a good battle, but I feel like, he showcased a little bit more of what we were looking for in that matchup. So we're gonna push him up, but you did good. So we're not done with you either. So if you take this battle with hot up and comer, because you didn't do enough for us to necessarily get you a name that you're looking for. But if you do what you're supposed to do against this up and comer, that could move you up. So instead of looking at it like as a step down, you make it clear, like, listen, this is not a step down. This is another battle for us to see you showcase what we're looking for to give you the step up. Now you change the whole perspective to the battle. It's all about how you do stuff. But when you just present him to the battle and try to make him feel like the only thing he could get at this moment with his stock is this dude out the PGs, you right, he gonna have a negative take on it because you made it a negative scenario instead of, you know what I mean? Like, there's multiple ways to present something to somebody. You don't have to present it like, hey, it's this or nothing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't like that. You can present it to them like this is the best option for you going forward after the last thing that happened. But it's not like a ultimatum. Like, listen, you're not hot, your stock's not good. This guy just as hot as you. Battle this PG coming up. Because if not, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? That changed the whole tone. Now I
So,
don't want to battle the PG at all. Why would I?
so
You
what you're
see?
saying is pretty much this should be some type of improvement in the communication toward battlers in this scenario.
Yeah, about their stock. Because don't get me wrong, a lot of battlers are just delusional. Like, don't get me wrong. There's some battlers where they just don't get it. They think they hot shit and they just not. You know what I'm saying? That is truly a thing that goes on. You can't tell them they lost. Everybody thinks they 30 somebody or somebody got smoked. You know what I mean? They always just saying egregious things that they just have no factual, logic to defend their statement. But I really feel like if people were hearing their current situation truthfully from the people around them that are actually making these decisions instead of trying to guess for their own, it could change the outlook on things. Because, a lot of people will hear it, but they won't believe it. So I do know sometimes it's said they don't believe it and they got to learn the hard way. That happens, but I'm speaking overall. Everybody's not like that. You know what I mean? I don't know if this goes on. That's just my opinion. I just feel like it's probably it's a transparency issue, miscommunication. People are interpreting things differently than they should.
Yeah.
And everybody they just gauging themselves wrong.
I think that's where it comes from too. Like, since you said that, there probably is a transparency issue, and because of that, the lack of transparency, people gauge themselves. They're like, you know what, I felt I did this good. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody from, like you said, nobody that's making those decisions is letting them know, yo, bro, like, nah, that wasn't good, bro. That's not our standard. That's not our standard. You know what I'm saying? And
Most people who don't make it on URL, they're never actually cut. They're just never called back. So think about that. I was never fired. So I don't know that I didn't make it or that I didn't cut it. I just didn't hear anything back. So now I'm thinking it's politics or whatever other bullshit. People gonna make up stuff to feed their ego. Like, he's not gonna just say, man, I couldn't hack it. I didn't cut it. They didn't call me back. He gonna think somebody got something against them or is You see what I mean? Because he's feeding that monster in the back of his mind instead of looking at it from a an honest point of view. Like, maybe I just didn't do enough. Maybe I could have did better. So that's what happens. People don't get fired. They just don't get called back. So that's what I mean by transparency overall. Just like, listen, what are we coddling for? Yes. I tell people all the time, if I don't cut it, just tell me. I'll go do something else. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to be delusional. If I'm not good enough, well, it's been fun battle rap. I'll go back to the bleachers. I'll be a fan. Like, you don't gotta string me along. I'm not gonna get on Facebook and threaten you. You know what I'm saying? Just, hey, we gonna go somewhere else. All right. Thank you for the opportunity.
Trufo asked, shout out to Trufo. He's in the chat as well. He was saying that how should a person like himself gauge where he's at? And that's another thing too.
I mean, so the way I will say this.
Go ahead.
I got a good one for him. I'm gonna ask him directly. You don't gauge yourself by. This is how you gauge yourself. You gotta think about what do you bring to the table without URL. That's always how you should look at it. If I'm not on URL, what can I do on my own? How much of a fan base of a following do I have? How many people do I know will really support me no matter what I'm doing? So that way you could come to URL and you ain't gotta just be telling them about some battle you think you won, because that's subjective. You could think you won, I might think you lost. So how I'm gonna gauge your stock on a win is not really a win. You gotta gauge your stock on equity, you know what I mean? Not perspective. I bring this many people, I got this buzz, I'm out here making these moves, keeping my name hot. You gotta start associating a dollar with your talent. And then that way your stock will always be in your own control because you'll understand it. That's how I do it.
You know what? I'm glad you said that, because I wanted to also talk to you about having a brand and how important it is at this stage now, more so than ever, from the initial start in the beginning of the PG process years ago to now. You know what I'm saying? In terms of having a brand at this stage, because a lot of battlers, they come here and it's very important to have a brand, I feel, nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, that's just that's part of the package. Pause. You know what I'm saying? It's part of the deal. Like, you should come with your own, I guess, your fan base, not just showing up and rapping. You know what I'm saying? At this point, for a lot of talent, that's not just good enough anymore. Or do you disagree?
Yeah, how do I go back to this shit? All right, come on. What are we doing with him? Is he going upstairs? Is he staying down here or going upstairs? All right, let's get him upstairs while I put on some pants.
Q.
If that's okay.
Cuban.
Hold Holy shit, what I do?
Yo, Cuban, you muted yourself, bro. What the hell? Hello, Q. Definitely cutting this out. Q. I think he dropped his phone in the car, bro. Alright, Q just muted himself up. Matter of fact, let's see if we can talk to True Foe real quick. True.
Yo, my fault.
Yo, y'all hear me?
So True, did you hear what Cuban said, and do you agree?
Yeah. That was some solid shit. I was just wondering though, cause I heard a motherfucker talking about, gauge and talent and shit. And the motherfucker might be like, you know what I'm saying? Like to me, it's like, damn, I'm on this stage with all these niggas who've been putting in work already, and I ain't even got no PG out. So I ain't the type of nigga to be like, oh, I wouldn't even use that as an accolade, because I'm just appreciative. But a nigga might I could probably use that to talk down on a motherfucker. Like, you see, I'm here where you at already and all that shit. But that was some solid advice. I was just asking to see where his mind was at, really. But I felt him. That was some solid shit to say.
Cuban, you still there? Yeah, I don't know what happened to Cuban, bro. But yeah, like I agree with what he was saying. I'm gonna ask you the same question in terms of branding. Like, do you feel like branding now more than ever is important at this stage of development? You know what I'm saying, coming from the PGs and getting to the URL, like in terms of like the roster.
Well, hell yeah, that was the whole strategic thing with us starting the new Midwest movement, because we all felt like we was getting overlooked individually. Like, I've been battle rapping 4 years. There's a lot of people that just heard me rap, who just know me. So when we went to the Tampa PGs and decided, like, bro, we gonna come in with as a movement, we gonna brand it, you know what I'm saying? We gonna get a logo, all that type of shit. And you know what I'm saying? It helped, because it's now it's like, look at them as a collective. Like, damn, they got talent. And you see the PG battles, Piranha shit just dropped. We screaming New Midwest. Everybody supportive of each other. You know what I'm saying? They show that, we sell that to the people. Then, and the outcome of that is, boom, let's go to the Midwest and see how they come in there. They come to Cleveland and we do the same shit. It's the same shit. And now they see, oh, this is the new Midwest movement. We can market and brand that. And then you got Trufo, you got Fonz, you got Piranha, you got Killer B, you got all these people who've been putting in working out in their respective cities, coming as one and selling something, showing them we got a market, y'all. We got our own culture. We got our own battle rap favorites. You know, when I battle Chase Paper, they saying my slogans and they doing that. They see that. You know what I'm saying? So we got to show them that we got a market in the Midwest, and it's probably there's a lot of opportunities happening for more Midwest battle rappers. So yeah, it's good to come in with a brand and shit like that.
Okay, cool. And what made so you ain't already answered your question, but I want to ask you anyway. What made y'all? Because for a while now, the Midwest, man, we've been waiting for like a new movement of a new crop of talent, because y'all guys got the greats, the A Verbs, the Hitman Hollers, the B Magics, Young Ills, you know what I'm saying, X Factor, Miles, Big T, Young Cannons, the list goes on, man. You know what I'm saying? And how y'all felt at the time when the Midwest wasn't getting that light? Because a lot of people knew about the talent that was in the Midwest, but for a while, for some reason, they wasn't funneling that talent to the URL.
Yeah. Well, look, man. First, the reason for starting it is because Verb, Hitman, Big T, they can't make every event and see everybody, engage everybody. Kind of like, y'all call it the whole Midwest, but shit, it's not like the tri-state. You know what I'm saying? Where you can go an hour, half here, hour and a half. Like St. Louis, 4 hours from me. Cleveland, 6 hours from me. These cities, like, we not as close as you may see. So Verb might not know who Fonz is. Big T might not know who Killer B is, you know what I'm saying, because we far from each other. And them niggas, you know what I'm saying, they not as tight like that, like they don't move as a unit like that. But all us, we hit these leagues in the Midwest and we all know each other and battled each other on different leagues, Black Ice, Guerrilla Warfare, whatever league we got popping, bro. So we decided like shit. You know what I'm saying? We've been getting overlooked for so long. Let's just come together. Let's just do it together. Like we was gonna do our own event and like put our money up and like pay media outlets to come to the event. But then Norbs just happened to come with the PGs and we decided to do it there. You feel me? We had already thought of the new Midwest movement and who we was gonna put on what cards and shit. But Norbs just came and grabbed like them same niggas and put us all on PGs. He didn't even know we was doing that. It just kind of how the stars aligned and shit. You feel me? So and like the first Midwest movement, like they got labeled that. You feel me? Like that's what y'all called them. Them niggas didn't even know each other like that.
Yo.
But like us, yeah, like us and shit, we just kind of came together because we all knew each other and it's more of a unit and shit. So that's why we did that shit.
Yo, is this shit working?
Cuban, you
Yeah,
hear
Yeah,
us?
we hear
Hear
you,
it?
Cuban.
Yo, this shit
We hear you,
is
Cuban.
trash. You hear me? This Discord shit is ass.
Q, you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Oh, you just still going on.
Just an OG with the technology, bro. We be on this shit every week just fine.
Oh, this shit ass, man. This shit confusing
Nah, yeah, the
shit.
Yo, but they
Discord
working
kind of
with that
easy.
more Wi-Fi and all
It's
that.
yeah, the Discord easy as fuck.
Fuck it, we'll blame it on me. I'll blame myself.
Yo, Q, real quick, I want to ask you because I could tell from the way you've been talking with this battle set up that you feel like people sleeping on you. What is it that the fans are saying that's making you feel like they not looking for Cuban no more? How they was when you first was coming buzzing.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know what it is with me and battle rap. Yo, fans don't like, a lot of them don't like me. I'd be like, holy shit.
You think it's an issue with confidence though? Like they just don't like confident niggas?
I don't know what it, cause it'd be like I'm pretty like, I don't want to say humble. I may not be humble. You know, that's also subjective. But it'd be like I don't even be talking that crazy, to be honest. Like I usually only talk about my battles. Like, you know, I'm gonna talk shit to the person I'm battling, talk shit about them. But I don't be saying shit like, "Oh, I'm your new Lux" or no dumb shit like that. But it'd be like, I don't know. They don't. Maybe they just don't like me. Maybe it's my style. Maybe I gotta get better. I don't know.
I
They
really
be talking. They be talking crazy about me.
Yeah.
It
They
may
be
be
talking
it may be
crazy
a
about me.
confidence thing because for some reason, like as time progressed in the culture, you feel me? It's like these weirdos now. It's like it's
Yeah.
like yeah.
I was gonna say
it's-
nowadays
yeah,
it's like people
no,
see
man.
you confident, they're like, oh nah, this nigga likes it. He believe in himself too much. We gotta shut that shit down.
Yeah,
Like
I
that's
don't
the
know what it
mentality
is.
of a lot of battle rap fans.
If a man is sure of himself, what's the problem?
You
You know, he's
Well, you know
confident in his ability.
and that
know
is the norm now. Like back in the day, if you got a cosign from Surf, from Smack, you calling you the new gunner, the fans was with it. Now they like, why Smack saying that? Like, and this is the majority of everywhere. You see so much negative comments on everything nowadays. It's ridiculous. Like, these niggas ain't got nothing good to say to you. It's like, you be like, all right, I'm ready. 3 rounds, I'm locked in for my next battle. I don't know, bro. I don't know if you got it like that. The perfect situation was the you and Swamp battle. That is a perfect example of how twisted fans is. So Swamp chokes in the battle, and there's a constant debate on whether they still gonna score his round, even though he choked.
Let me tell you something, man. The only time ever in battle rap history where a person choked and still won that round was Show Off versus O-Red. And that was debatable because I still count that choke against him, but his round was so destructive that it was like, all right, man, like, even though I want to go by the old battle rap rules, you know what I'm saying? But in your case, though,
I don't want to answer this. I don't want to answer this because it's gonna make more of these motherfuckers jump in my damn comments and my mentions. That's a perfect reason to do it. Why not? Let's be honest.
I hate battle rap, my nigga. This is what it's for.
That's right.
Listen, I'm not saying I couldn't have lost. I'll tell people that straight up. If you genuinely like his material better, I feel sorry for you. But you know, hey, fuck it. That's what you like. I'm not here to argue what you like. What I am gonna argue is he beat himself. Whether you like me or think I'm trash or not, you should expect more out of him because he wanted the battle.
They did the same to you with Rada.
Yeah, I listen. I can't control it. He wanted to battle me. See, with Ryder was different. I was shooting at Ryder. So if Ryder stumbles, all right, cool, whatever. I chased that battle. If I would have choked versus Ryder, it looks crazy. Cause it's like, yo, how you gonna say all of this when a battle Ryder then come choke? That's how I felt with Swamp. It's like I was minding my business. I wasn't bothering Swamp. Swamp wanted to battle me. I took my ass all the way to South Carolina, where he from, battled this nigga in front of all his homeboys, all the niggas he familiar with. You know what I'm saying? They ain't give me no love, whatever. I just rap my round. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I'm not here to argue about none of that.
And I feel like that's another thing too. Like the fans be talking about the reactions, like they react off reactions. Like, oh, the crowd wasn't fucking with them, so I don't either.
But that's not true, because when I battled Grizz, they said I was gassed because I was battling in front of all my family members. Richmond is 2 hours away from me, just like fucking Philly is. So Richmond is just as much as a home game as Philly is for me, because it's the same distance to get to where I'm from in Maryland to Richmond is the same distance as going to Philly.
Hey,
But
can I
they
All
say
right.
something though?
My homegirl Nikki got a question. Nikki, go ahead.
I'll go ahead.
Yeah. First of all, Cuban, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right. So I wanted to like comment on something you said about the choking thing, right?
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing that I don't really understand. Like when someone chokes, I don't understand how that just completely wipes out all the dope stuff that they say before the choke or even after the choke. I don't think that just because somebody choke a little bit that it just makes them like, oh, they lost. They lost. Like, for instance, a perfect example. When Chess and DNA battle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chess said a lot of amazing stuff. To this day, people still try to like um people still try to say what he said or mention what he said or whatever. Yes, he choked and he threw up a little bit, but that doesn't we shouldn't like count out all the other fire stuff that he said before he threw up and before he choked. And also I wanted to say I agree with what you said when you were talking about how you went after Ryder, because it kind of reminded me of like the Tay Rock and Pat Stay. Like for a minute, Rock was calling out Pat Stay, and then when he battled him, it was like it was a different Rock. So I understand what you were saying when you was like, it would have looked crazy if you were the one choking, being that you're the one that chasing after that battle with Ryder. Which leads to my next question. Why is it that you wanted to battle?
Okay, so my first response is gonna be so I can explain to you why a choke is like a loss. I feel like the most you could do after you choke is tie the round, because in my opinion, this is all subjective. I scored like boxing. You could be whooping somebody the whole entire round in boxing. If he puts you on the canvas, no matter what, you lose a point, so you can only have a 9. So the round's going to end up being 9-9. But I can't take away from the fact that he was prepared, he was clean, just because I prefer his material better, because that's also subjective. So is
Mhm.
if you choke, I got to take away a point automatically. So now the round becomes a 10-9 round. But let's say your opponent wasn't that good, but he was clean. Now I was scored around 9-9.
Mm. Okay.
So that's just my opinion as far as how I would do it. It's just you got to take a good point for not being prepared and clean and being able to present your material. Because some years ago, we wouldn't have got to find out how good your material was after the choke, because as soon as you
Yeah.
choke, your round would have been
That's a
over.
point I was gonna bring up. Like originally in battle, once you choked, you had to stop your round. Like you couldn't even rap after the choke. If you took too
Yeah.
long to remember, it was over. So it's like we're not gonna
Well,
change that
okay.
rule
So
now just
perfect.
because people let them keep going.
Right. So, all right. So, I'm glad you said that. Now, when Cuban battled Ryder, right? You see how
Hmm.
Ryder choked. I feel like I'm actually surprised that you didn't jump in and just go, because it kind of took him a minute. Like there's a difference like when you stumble for a quick second and then you bring it back. But when you take like mad long, I understand why you would say like, oh nah, that's just too much. Cause Ryder, he took mad long to get back to where he needed to be. It was just weird, and I was surprised about how quiet the the crowd was about that. Like they didn't really say anything. If it was like on a big stage, they would have booed him and went bananas or whatever.
I mean,
But
it's a respect thing. It's because we battled at home, me and Ryder. So to also answer why I wanted to battle Ryder, it was because we're both from Maryland, Southern Maryland. Like we from a place not too far from each other. So the battle meant something to me because outside of Tay Rock, because he's not my era, I want to be the best in my state. Like where I'm from. Like I want to be the king of Maryland, wherever where I'm from. So it's just like. I looked at Ryder as being above me, being from here. He was doing stuff before I was really even rapping, honestly. So I said, yeah, I got to do that for me. Like, I want to, that's something I wanted to do. And it's a respect, though. We at home, everybody know Ryder. Everybody respect what Ryder do and has done. So nobody's going to do that. Like, if I was battling somebody that wasn't from here, I probably would have looked at him more like, oh, yeah, I'm about to, you know what I mean? But that's just a respect thing. I don't talk about people rapping usually or do none of that other, stuff.
You said usually?
I mean, I'm not gonna make it seem like I'm perfect. I don't know. I got a nasty little temper that I hide very well. So I don't know if I might have a moment of weakness sometimes. I don't know. Hopefully, I usually don't.
Right.
Excluding the Don Marino thing, but that wasn't with him. I was trying to avoid it, but I mean, I don't get like that often, but I'm respectful. So when people don't respect me, I feel I have the right to act however I want to act because I don't do none of that.
Understandable.
But I don't do none of that. Ryder a legend in Maryland. He's here. It's not too many other people that you can put above him. So he's a legend up there. Here.
And in terms of the choking issue, I feel like it's like kind of how you prepare for a test. You feel what I'm saying? The people that prepare for a test and get all the answers right, you get 100. You know what I'm saying? Some people get the answers wrong, and you grade them on however they got whatever they got wrong. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that for me. You have to award the people somewhat that if somebody has good material and somebody also has dope material, you understand? If the other person comes with dope material, don't choke, none of that, and then the other person that doesn't seem as poised and not as prepared when somebody goes crazy for one of their bars, whatever, and they lose their place, that's a poise issue for me. You know what I'm saying? If you can't get it back, then you got to give the other person the points. You feel what I'm saying? Because they didn't. Somebody probably did a haymaker and they got back to it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a respect factor and an appreciation for the preparation and the poise that one battler has over the other, in my opinion. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know if Quban agrees or anybody else agrees, but that's just my point of view.
It's about the preparation and the poise.
Yeah, the two preps, the preparation.
Now I have another question.
Preparation and the poise.
Go ahead, Nikki.
Yeah. All right. So after an MC like chokes a certain amount of times, right? Consecutively or not, do you think that should determine whether or not they like get a callback or whatever?
Wait. Q, you there? Quban.
They got called by the mall.
Oh man. That Walmart. Yo, Q, you still there?
There you go.
There you go.
Yo, is it me? Yo, what's wrong?
That was you, bro. That was you. We was here.
Yo, Discord is ass, man. I'm sorry, but not all right. Now with the answer, after a spree of choking, it's hard to determine what's the next course of action because only that person really knows where the lapse is. You know what I mean? He knows what his preparation is like or what he has going on. So I feel like it's case by case basis on that.
Okay.
Like, somebody like me, I might take a string of battles because I'm bored. I do that sometimes. I'll be bored. I won't lie. And I regret it later usually. So like sometimes I just feel like rapping. I would just feel like rapping. You know what I mean? I don't feel like waiting to my next URL battle. I'm just book some battles if I can. I feel like
Yo,
rapping.
why?
And then it's like, man, I took too many battles, and I don't necessarily stumble or choke, never too excessively. But it's like I'm one of those people where, let's say I choke 2 or 3 battles in a row because, I was in the army, I'm active duty, I'm getting out the army, transitioning to being, a human being again. And I was battling before I was getting out the army to save up some money. So you might think like, man, I'm seeing this row of battles, there might be a problem. I know that there's not a problem. I just know I'm getting out the army, taking a lot of battles. So I know that my time and preparation hasn't been key. So that next battle, I know I can be flawless, but you may not know that. I feel like it's just a case by case basis.
Right. Makes sense.
That's how I look at it. So it just depends on each. Like look at Chess. He did all those chokes because he had stuff going on. Then he hasn't looked like he even almost choked or stumbled around this year. You know what I mean? So it's all just only the person really knows what's going
impact, on. Some impact you talk about?
No, I'm just talking about like this year, you know what I mean? Like once he's been back on his streak, you got Geechee, you got Jerry, you got, you know what I mean? Like all of these clean performances. Yeah, you know what I mean? Pretty clean. He's been on a nice string of clean performances after a bad choking spell. Come on, Nova. I gotta go, baby. It's not down here, Nova. You gotta go upstairs. I have a daughter. I'm sorry. It's not. You took it upstairs, baby. Come on. I love you. Okay, go with Pop Pop. I gotta go get diapers. I'll be back. Come on, don't push up here. Oh my God. My bad. Black fathers. I'm sorry. Oh, she's going insane right now. I'll lie to you not. But I mean, it's just all about what's really going on. Only these people know.
So do you think that if you know you have a lot going on, you shouldn't take a battle?
Well, I mean, it's hard for me to say that because I'm not the one in the situation. So they might need money or. Oh, to me?
Yeah.
I don't choke. So if somebody could pull up a string of me choking, I would be thoroughly impressed because I don't choke. I've never lost it and not finished a round. I rarely stumble. When I stumble, I'm usually beating myself up about it and pissed. So for me, I'm taking the battles because I don't care how watered down each performance may be because I only have a week. I'm going to give you a clean performance I did a battle 2 days back to back. I did one Saturday in Atlanta and one Sunday in New York, and I was clean in both. So, I'm going to take the money because I know I'm going to still give you what you paid for regardless. But other people who know that they may not do that, maybe they should think twice about it. Because, at the end of the day, your brand isn't worth whatever sum of money it is. But me, I know I'm going to maintain my integrity. I'm going to wrap the time limit. And I'm going to try. That's what I tell people. I don't think I'm perfect. I don't think I'm the best. Sometimes I overextend myself. But I never cheat people out of their effort. Whether I'm writing my round outside the venue the day before, I don't post it on Facebook or Twitter. Yeah, when I pulled, Menace was there. I got the Tampa. I had just battled 3-4 weeks.
It was good.
3-4 weekends in a row. I didn't have my round, but when I got to the venue, I went outside for my few hours, got myself together, and I put on a clean performance to the time limit. I mean, I tell people,
nobody there would have believed if you would have told them that you had just finished that shit. Like not for nothing.
But see, I don't do that. I don't do that. I'm one of the few battlers who write last minute, day before, who doesn't post it. I don't try to celebrate. That's good though, because
people gonna use that against you later on. Like just like you said, if you're doing this and then you get to the point where you do end up choking, God forbid, they're gonna go back to them files and be like, you see, you was that 1 day prep nigga. That's why this shit is happening. So it's not something that you should brag about, but you can still be proud of yourself that you did this shit at the same day and have a 5-6 minute round with no slip ups or nothing. That's better than people that be having months to prepare and still choke.
Well, it's crazy because I don't do it on purpose. If it was up to me, I have my round, my material finished months in advance, it's just it don't work like that for me. Because no, I don't write slow. Because obviously I can write at the venue and memorize it, but it'd be like I got it made up in my mind what kind of material and how good I want to be this battle, and I won't settle. So if I'm not coming up with the type of material that I want to come up with, well, I'm not going to write it. I'm like, nope, that's not good enough. And I don't care if I can't get it done until 2 hours before I got to rap. I think good material outweighs a clean performance. So I would rather, take the risk of preparing late to give you the type of performance that, I deem is worthy to put on, pretty much.
And why? I have a question, man, because like it's like a trend in the Goonies. I feel like with yourself.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Eventually, the Goonies talk had to come out. What happened?
It's like a trend with the Goonies. You, yourself. My fault, I'm bugging out. Like there's two
You
U's,
yourself.
right?
Okay.
Yeah. Like yourself, drugs, twerk, even Jack. Like the last minute prep. Like what? Like, do you even like? I feel like at times, like I don't even care. Like I'll write when I get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, is there a reason
Oh,
for
no.
that?
I care. I tell people all the time, like, Survivor Series versions of 3 rounds for this battle. Oh, my service bad?
Yo,
Nah, you good now. It
they're
did.
good
But
now.
when you say you get the your
My
battery
bad.
was dying.
I got Sprint. So it does. I got it with me. So but basically for me it's like I don't take pride in writing late. I don't like it. I tell people every time I do it, I'm never doing this again. You know what I mean? Like I don't like to do it. So it doesn't happen for me all the time. You know what I mean? Sometimes I am done early. So it'd be like I'm not one of them. I don't want to do this. I don't enjoy it. I still take pride in doing well in battles. You know what I mean? I'm not but as far as Survivor Series, right? I got 6 rounds that I had written because we were supposed to battle before. I had 3 rounds. I didn't keep them. I'm like, I don't really like them. I just broke the rounds up, used some of the material and some of the 1-rounders I did, and I just broke it. Wrote another 3 rounds. I'm like, nah, this is not what I want to do either. It's not good enough. Broke it up, used it, in other battles, and now I'm writing again. So it's like, I'm not lazy. See, I don't want you to think I write late because I'm lazy. I'm not lazy. I'm just a perfectionist and I overthink my material. I'm not lazy. I could have been finished. Like, if I didn't care and I'm just like, oh, I just got 3 rounds and I'm going to wrap them, I would have been. It only takes me a day or two to write all my rounds. So I would have been finished. And I only need a day to memorize them. So I could have been done a long time ago. I memorize them in a day, write them in a day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't talk about it because I don't really think my preparation process is anything to, glorify or brag about. But men have seen it. I wrote the round and memorized it right there. As soon as I got there, hey everybody, Cuban's here. I'll be outside when it's my time to rap. Let me know. You know what I'm saying?
This shit was so funny. It was funny to me because I was just waiting there like, yeah, all right, we gotta have to see how this was. And mind you, I was helping shoot that event, so I'm just standing behind the camera like, yo, I hope if this shit don't go right, I'm gonna just hit the stop button and nobody will know what happened. Yo, my bad. It was my first time on the cams. I didn't even notice I hit the button. My fault.
Yo, you can ask anybody that was there though. I was extremely confident the entire time. Like I told everybody, you have nothing to worry about. I'm gonna have a flawless performance.
Oh man, it's like the pilot what you call it with the crazy turbulence, flying the plane. Listen, don't worry, we're gonna land safely. Don't worry about it. It's all good. You know
my service went out.
Yo, you hear me?
Terrible. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, what service went out? Yo, Q, you alright? Q.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, I'm like, what service you talking about?
Now I thought my connection was bad. I felt like I was hearing the little the band voice. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
Oh
it was.
man, we're gonna help Cuban out after Survivor Series. Get a, switch providers, maybe T-Mobile or Verizon, cause
Nah, I like Sprint.
you like Sprint. Yeah, I know you why. I know why you like Sprint. Sprint works with people, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Sprint like family. How you say it? Yeah, Sprint at my daughter's birthday now.
Oh
I love
man.
Sprint.
Oh man. But yo, Q, we talk often about things, you know what I'm saying? And I want to ask
Uh-huh.
you one of the conversations that we usually have is about battlers that do a poor job at promoting and not, really I wouldn't say taking their brand serious, but as serious as they should. You feel what I'm saying? Because I don't think we even answered this question earlier. If we did, I forgot. I don't know. But with especially nowadays in 2019, the culture and with new talent, look, your brand is very important. Especially, you see guys like Loso, you see guys like A Ward and B Dot who really built their brands to the point where nobody really could tell them anything.
Yeah.
So talk about that real quick as a battler, a new battler. You know what I'm saying? And at this point,
Um. Well, for me, I'm gonna just be completely honest. I never understood why people thought it was like there's like this thing that goes on in battle rap where it's like it's cool to act like you don't care. I really don't understand where that came from. Cause like people be like, oh, I don't give a f about battle rap. He probably over there writing his heart out. You know what I mean? People people use that now as if that's like a knock to somebody else. Like, oh, he writing his heart out. Oh, like they don't care. And I'm just like, if you didn't care, you wouldn't be battling. So obviously you care. You know what I mean? We all care. Because if you didn't care, you don't have to do this. The money in battle rap not that crazy for you to just do it just because. So there's some passion behind it. I don't like that. I don't know why people don't promote. Because at the end of the day, you're not hurting nobody. You're just not giving yourself the opportunity to get as much out of this as you can. But people do it because they be scared, in my opinion. They know if they talk crazy, have high expectations from them, they want to avoid the expectations, and they want to deal the blowback for if they lose. It's a fear thing. People don't promote because they're usually scared, or if they do promote, they don't actually talk about the battle or what they plan on doing or accomplishing. They just speak in general because they don't want expectation. Me, I'm not scared. If I lose, I lose. I'm not. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm gonna talk crazy. I'm gonna let you know how I'm feeling. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling like this is what I'm coming to do. This is what I want to accomplish. And if that's not what happened, then so be it. But that's not gonna stop me from telling you what I'm aiming for in this battle. Like, I'm here to kill him. I don't want no good battle. I don't think he's good enough. I don't want a classic. I'm trying to kick his ass. Now, if he don't let me kick his ass, look, if he don't let me kick his ass, then I mean, all right, cool. But that's not gonna stop me from telling you, yo, I'm coming to kick his ass. That's what battle rap's supposed to be about. You know what I mean? But people, it's smarter not to do that. I learned my lesson with Don Marino because I was talking so much because I rambled or rooting against me because they thought I thought Marino better than him. I just think I rap better. That's all. You know what I'm saying? But people take things how they want to take them. You know what I'm saying? So
Got the voice.
oh man, yo, Q got the
Bam,
bender
bam,
from
bam,
Futurama voice,
bam.
boy. Oh man,
yo, what?
Q, yo, Q, man, you know what I'm saying? You sound like you got caught up in the
Yeah.
Matrix, bro. You
Oh,
good?
my bad. I'm at the gas. Can I have
89. You gonna get 87. I already get the 87, man. $5 on 87.
That's it. His shit come on.
Oh, it's done cut off. Oh my god, bro. Oh man. Q gonna join us in a second, man. You know, he was at the gas station. You know how Sprint is, yo. You know, shout out to Sprint. You know, they got the Verizon guy now, but you know that's not enough. You feel what I'm saying? That's not enough.
Nigga, he set tripping.
Oh man, Nikki, what's a provider you got? You got Sprint too?
No, I have T-Mobile.
Oh, you said that with fire. Like, no, I got T-Mobile. Okay, don't come for me. See, that's oh, shout out to Nikki.
What you got, T-Mobile?
I got AT&T.
Oh, okay.
I ain't like the way you said that. I ain't like the way you said that.
They all right.
I ain't like the way you said that. You said that like womp womp. Like, and hey Q.
Yeah.
Okay, as long as you know your phone is ass. All right. Shout out to Brad. Shout out to Brad Arthur on the check-in. Yeah, bro.
Okay.
We here. All right, Q. So
Well, you know people can't hear you if they're not in the voice chat yet, right?
I know.
You stay answering people that type like, yo, yeah, bro, we still in here.
Oh man, it's a force of habit, bro, man.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, my service probably 30 this show, man.
Don't worry about it. We can edit that out. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, Menace is gonna edit everything out.
As long as we got some
files, I'll clean that shit up.
That's right.
Now, but you know what I really want to talk about though, about Survivor Series? I'm really mad that everybody is like treating URL's first time coming to Maryland like it's some bad thing or it's a disappointment. Like, man, the third string quarterbacks in the game. That's how everybody treated it. New York didn't work. New Jersey didn't work.
You know what I think it is though? You know, like from a fan's point of view, you know what I think it is? I feel like people are saying, and I had a conversation with my like a couple days ago, whatever. People are saying that it should have been a different card. Like it should have been like something bigger. That's what somebody told me. That for their first time going to Maryland, it should have been like not like a gnome or some madness, but it just should have been a different card.
Oh no, it should have been something bigger. Like Tay-Rock being what he's been to URL and URL not coming to Maryland or anywhere near Baltimore it is pretty egregious. You know what I mean? I won't lie, but I tell everybody from the area the same thing. You know, I say, listen, is this what you would have wanted? No, but this is still our opportunity to show Smack that there's really a market here so we can get a bigger card. You know what I mean? The first cards in New York, all of them weren't Summer Madness 2, but New York showed that they could do those type of things in this market, and so is other places. So this our opportunity. Come out to Maryland with the energy and attendance, show them what our area like, and then bring them back for bigger cards.
Yeah,
I'd rather be in Maryland than Richmond any day of the week. So that's just me. Richmond's not very.
I did want to ask. Do you think it's gonna be the same crowd like it was in Richmond? Because
no, they're nowhere.
By them third band, they wasn't giving a fuck no more.
Nah, but you gotta also.
Richmond is nowhere near Maryland. I just want everybody to understand that they're nothing alike.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that they bring a different crowd in because it's like that. I can tell by the third band, like that crowd just was already tired of events. Like, all right, we've already seen band 3
but
times.
You have to understand.
Like the first.
Yeah, but you got also have to understand that where it was coming from because just a year prior, by the second Survivor Series, it was pretty much dead in Richmond. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of had a precedence to follow. So when you did the first band, all right, cool. The second band was surprisingly still the Richmond crowd was still, energetic and enthusiastic about the event. So by the third time you get band 3, it's like, man. And what hurt it too was it was such there was no space to breathe. It was pretty much back to back. There was like about a month or two apart. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to having like, all right, band one probably was 1 month, and then like 5 to 6 months after you have band 2, and so on and so forth. It was happening in such a short span that you didn't give the fans time to appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? To appreciate the fact that, okay, you know, we had this, all right, give it some space, and then throw another one. It was like, all right, again, cool, you know, and you don't really want to do that in Richmond. I kind of see that, you know, so it's going to be completely different when you get to Maryland. I already know that in that instance, you know, so,
And
yeah.
Maryland is more accessible. That's what people don't understand. Because
All right, folks. All right, folks. Thank you for tuning in to I Hate Battle Rap, man.
Special
Nikki,
edition Friday Night Live.
Yes.
Nikki, do you have anything else to say before we leave? Because I feel like Cuban's he's done. He's out of here.
I had fun.
We appreciate you being on with us tonight.
Yes, we really do.
Thank you.
Do you have anything to plug in before we get out of here?
Nope. Nothing.
Nothing.
Just no.
Social
What I gotta
media.
plug? Oh, my social media? Oh, sorry. Okay, so my social media is at NIKKI_knowledge on Instagram. And I think Twitter is NIKKI_knowledge3. I think. Yeah, that's what it is. So that's it. But I have fun. It's fun. Can't wait to the next one.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. I appreciate you for pulling up, talking with us.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Always.
Thank you.
Anytime.
We're gonna be right back with it next week.
Menace.
Huh?
So
I didn't
we'll
hear
be
you.
right back with it next week.
I'll be
Unless some
tuning in.
special editions happen over the weekend, we don't know. I said this platform is open to anybody that want to promote for upcoming battles. So if y'all on Survivor Series or any of the cards coming up, the November PGs, pull up, talk your shit.
That's a fact. Oh yeah, mine my social media Dutch_KIB. That's my IG and Twitter. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube Dutch KIB. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the I Hate Battle Rap podcast, you know, podcast. Yes, the I Hate Battle Rap podcast. We're available on Spotify, Apple, and
We
Google
live on the
Podcasts.
Spotify.
That's right.
We on all streaming platforms, people.
That's right. Menace.
It's your boy Custom Made Menace, and it's Custom Made Menace on everything except Twitter is no U, and there's only one U in my name. So if you can't figure that out, I can't help you. It's Custom Made Menace in the building.
That's a fact.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in. I Hate Battle Rap.
All right. Until next week, we out.
Good night.
Swear the streets don't love you, no. Don't you bother, nigga. My low died on his clock and he a father figure. And them people that was there, oh yeah, they ran their guns. Can't even look them in their eyes, you ain't no man of honor. I know who to call upon if them days are cloud.